Cole, it's getting late. We should get a hotel, my girlfriend, Jessica, said, her voice a coy whisper as we left the movie theater. I felt a jolt of triumph and was about to agree when the pop-up started, scrolling across my vision like a ghostly live feed. Yes, the main character is finally about to deal with this toxic scumbag. Just looking at him makes my skin crawl. Same. Why does a side character like him get to waste so much of our girl's time? She has to deal with him so much she barely gets any scenes with the actual hero. It's infuriating. Wait for it. Right when he thinks he's going to get laid, she's going to call the cops and have him arrested. Then she'll get that $5 million from his mom. So sweet. Only $5 million? For putting up with him for this long? His family's company is publicly traded. Cheapskate. Chill. Once she gets the $5 million, the hero will have the seed money for his startup. Not only will he make it big, but he and Jessica can finally be together out in the open. Are we finally getting the good stuff? I'm so here for this. D. Side character. D. I can't wait to see the shocked, constipated look on his face. LMAO. 01. What the hell? What is this? The flurry of text made my head spin, but I forced myself to calm down. Me? A side character? Jessica? The main character? She's only with me for my money? And she already has a main character? Wait, does that mean another boyfriend? No, wait. If I'm the side character, I'm the other guy. I'm the mistress. Damn it. I was about to explode. So, she was just like all the other vapid women I'd met. It was all an act. That whole story about having a secret crush on me since high school and following me to Boston University, all of it was a lie. You have got to be kidding me. I'm rich. I'm good looking. I'm in great shape. I've got women lining up from here to LA, and you're telling me I'm a side piece? A toxic one at that? So I just deserve to be her piggy bank. And what is this insane live feed? My money doesn't grow on trees. I earned every single penny by asking my mom for it. What's wrong? Isn't this what you've always wanted? Seeing me hesitate, Jessica bit her lip and pouted, a move that was usually devastatingly cute. Too bad for her. I can now see right through it. All I felt was disgust. Silly girl, I said, my voice dripping with fake affection. You told me you don't believe in sex before marriage. I would never let you compromise your principles for me. Jessica's expression faltered for a second before she recovered, murmuring bashfully, well, for you, I can make an exception. Just this once. She glanced up at me, her eyes full of feigned shyness. I put on a stern, almost domineering expression. I won't allow you to do that to yourself. With that, I pulled out my phone to call her an Uber to take her back to her dorm. Jessica just stood there, stunned, a flicker of doubt about her own charms crossing her face. WTF? Did the script change? This isn't right. You pathetic side piece, stop trying to write your own lines. Seriously, don't waste any more time. The real hero is waiting for her outside the hotel. My poor baby is going to freeze out there. OMG. My heart aches for him. Just die already, you creep. I don't know. I kind of think what he's doing is nice. Sending her back to her dorm, I mean. Girl, don't fall for his sugar-coated bullshit. The hero is the only one who's actually good for her. Exactly. How can you waver? She and the hero have been together since middle school. I frown slightly and lower my phone. The hero is nearby, and they've been together since middle school. She told me I was her first love. Son of a bitch. I needed to see who this was. Who dared to make a fool out of me? Just then, Jessica spoke up, saying she had already booked and paid for the room, and it was non-refundable. All right then, let's go check it out, I said with a smile. A leopard can't change its spots. I knew Cole was faking it. But no matter what he does, Jessica will never love him. Right? So what if he has a few bucks? The hero might be poor right now, but their love is real. Damn it, I fell for it. I'm an idiot if I ever trust him again. A look of triumph flashed across Jessica's face as she grabbed my arm and pulled me toward a nearby, five-star hotel, the Grand Bostonian. I didn't rush inside. I scanned the area, and, in the distance, I saw a vaguely familiar figure lurking in the shadows. OMG, there he is, the hero, standing up to the heir of Anderson Corporation for the woman he loves. He's so brave. That moment when he pulls her behind him protectively, so hot. I cry every time I see it. Hold up, did that scumbag Cole just spot him? No way. He's way too dumb to notice anything. Reading the comments, I felt a surge of irritation. I'm the victim here. They're the ones scheming to get my money, and somehow they get to be the heroes of the story? Talk about delusional. What's wrong? Let's go in, Jessica said, a hint of panic in her voice as she tugged me inside. After she got the key card, she started heading for the elevators, but I stopped at the front desk. I'd like to book the room right next to hers. The receptionist paused, then reached for my ID to process the request. Jessica immediately tried to stop me. We're a couple. One room is enough, she said, scolding me for wasting money. Our girl is so sweet and considerate. This Cole guy's disgusting. Now he's playing hard to get? What's the point? I raised my voice just enough for the staff and a few people in the lobby to hear. We're not married. How could we possibly sleep in the same room? The receptionist's eyes widened, hungry for the drama. Jessica's face turned bright red. She stammered something about just wanting to keep me company. That only made it worse, making her sound like the predatory one. We have to stay in separate rooms, I declared, my tone leaving no room for argument. I will not compromise your integrity. I pretended not to see the humiliated fury on her face, making sure to emphasize the word integrity. She glared at me, then spun around and stormed off to find her room without another word. Oh, she's mad now. A smirk played on my lips. Cole, I'm going to kill you. How dare he embarrass her like that? He's the worst. And he's smiling. Someone go slap that smirk off his face. But he actually booked a separate room. Is it possible he's a decent guy and we misjudge him? No way. He'll definitely make up some excuse to go to her room later. I've seen guys like him before. It's all an act. As if I need to act. Like I'm hurting for female attention. After getting my key card, I saw Jessica walking deliberately slowly down the hall and jogged to catch up. The moment she saw me coming, she picked up her pace. I rushed forward and grabbed her shoulder. Are you mad at me? She shook me off, snapping. You're hurting me. I rolled my eyes. I'm just trying to make sure you respect yourself. What did I do wrong? Jessica looked like she was about to breathe fire. You did nothing wrong. It's me. I'm the one who's wrong. I'm the desperate one. She swiped her key card, slammed the door open, and then slammed it shut right in my face. I stood there, blinking. That absolute bastard. How dare he make our girl mad? Our hero treats her like a queen. You can't compare Cole to him. The hero is in a different league entirely. Zero emotional intelligence. No wonder he's just a side character. But Cole was just trying to be good to her. I actually think Jessica's anger is a little random. Girl, are you seriously sympathizing with that creep? Exactly. You pathetic loser. What are you standing there for? Get on your knees and beg for forgiveness. Reading that made me scowl. Me, the future CEO of Anderson Corporation, get on my knees for her? They've lost their minds. Still, I had to keep up the act. I walked to her door and knocked gently. Jess, I said, my voice full of concern. Don't forget to deadbolt the door, okay? Text me if you need anything. I didn't wait for a response. I turned and went into my room next door and locked it tight. Beg for forgiveness? Not a chance in hell. 10 minutes later, Jessica couldn't hold out any longer. A text popped up on my phone. If you stand outside my door and shout I was wrong 3 times, I'll forgive you, and I'll give you a little surprise. I ignored it and pretended to be asleep. That asshole. He's ignoring her text. The hero is still outside in the cold. Come on. He's usually such a simp for her. What's with him tonight? Maybe you didn't see it? Bullshit. I heard the notification. And look, he can't stop smirking. Oh no. You don't think he's figured something out, do you? Simp for her? I was just trying to be a good boyfriend. And she was the one who pursued me. I was too pissed off to sleep. A moment later, my phone rang. It was Jessica. I answered, affecting a groggy, just woken up voice. Jess? I was sleeping. What's up? I could practically hear her gritting her teeth. Sleeping? All you do is sleep. Read her texts. If something happened to me, you wouldn't even know. What kind of boyfriend are you? Her voice cracked like she was about to cry, and I felt nothing. Whatever it is, we can talk about it tomorrow. It's late. You'll wake the other guests. Then I hung up. Jessica completely lost it. A flood of texts came in. If you don't apologize tonight, you can find your own way back to campus tomorrow. I'm going to be so mad. Is being mad supposed to be some kind of ultimate threat? Fine. I was mad too. I was just concerned about you. What are you so angry about? Why should I apologize? I didn't do anything wrong. I barely stopped myself from adding, "Could you stop being so dramatic?" And then, silence. The silent treatment. Perfect. Time for bed. It wasn't me who was fuming, anyway. OMG. How dare he talk to her like that? Why doesn't he just go die? He actually thinks he's right. He's asking her what's wrong. This isn't about who's right or wrong. You idiot. Just comfort her. Exactly. Arguing about logic right now? So cringe. And how dare a side character give our girl this silent treatment? He should be on his hands and knees, grateful she's even giving him the time of day. He gave up, and now he's snoring. I want to dump a bucket of ice water on his head. I'm so pissed. He didn't do anything wrong, though. Why is everyone so hostile? Are you a pick-me girl? A little while later, there was a soft knock on my door. Cole. I couldn't pretend to be asleep anymore. I opened the door, bracing myself for another wave of drama, but instead, I saw Jessica with red, puffy eyes. Cole, I know I was wrong. Can you forgive me? What the? She can back down like this? It's okay. I wasn't totally blameless, either, not, I said, smiling as I reached out and playfully ruffled her hair. Our queen knows exactly how to handle men. I want to date her. She's so much better than him. If it were me, I would have kicked that loser to the curb long ago. Who does he think he is? Exactly. Don't touch her. You're messing up her hair. How is she supposed to see the hero later if her hair's a mess? See the hero? The thought made me angry. I deliberately tangled my fingers in her hair, turning her perfect style into a bird's nest. Then I pulled back, feigning shock. Oh, Jess, I'm so sorry. Your hair. She whipped out her phone to look, and for a second, I thought she was going to explode. But she took a deep breath and visibly restrained herself. This was new. Usually the slightest thing I did wrong would set her off, and it would take an expensive gift to calm her down. All right, since the misunderstanding is cleared up, let's go to our separate rooms and get some sleep. I started to close the door, but she stuck her foot in the way. Is there something else? I asked, confused. I'm scared to be alone. I saw on the news that sometimes men get copies of key cards and break into women's rooms at night. She hugged herself, her shoulders hunched, trying to look as small and vulnerable as possible. Any normal guy would reject her. I see. Well, in that case, you should call your best friend to come stay with you. Or just take an Uber back to the dorm. Jessica froze, then said through clenched teeth, I can't stay with you. I cut her off loudly. Absolutely not. What would people think if they saw? She blushed. I don't mind. Well, I do, I said, my tone final. Jessica just stared at me, completely stunned. OMG, is this idiot serious? Does he think he's the main character? He has the nerve to mind. He's a guy. Exactly. We were way too nice to him. He should have been on his knees begging. My poor Jessica, being humiliated like this. Someone save her. Jessica's expression turned icy. Fine. Then I'll call my guy best friend to come over. I hope you don't mind. As she started to dial, she watched me out of the corner of her eye, waiting for my reaction. Sure, it's normal for a girlfriend to have friends, but a guy best friend? I'd mentioned it bothered me before, and she'd accused me of being insecure and controlling. My stomach twisted in knots. We're out getting a hotel room, and you're calling another guy? I was about to say something, but then a new batch of comments scrolled by. Yes, our girl is so smart. That idiot Cole must be furious, dying to drag her into his room to show he owns her. Men and their pathetic egos. LOL. Is anyone else seeing the look on Cole's face? It's like he just swallowed a lemon. He had this coming. He probably still has no idea. He thinks they're just friends, not knowing they've been all over each other. Watching their secret moments is so thrilling. Girl, I know, right? Especially when you remember they're doing it right under the nose of that rich kid from the Anderson family. You know that feeling? Ha. I do. It's awesome. I frowned. The hero is her guy best friend? No wonder his silhouette looked familiar. Of course. I never bothered to look into her private life. Even when my mother told me to, I refused. Because I respected her. I saw her as a partner, not a transaction. And all I got for it was a pair of horns on my head. I laughed out loud. Fine, why would I mind? I'm not that insecure. You two have fun. I went to close the door, but Jessica slammed her hands against it, stopping it with a shriek. Cole, what is your problem? I was baffled. What do you mean? I have a problem if I mind, and I have a problem if I don't. What exactly do you want from me? Jessica looked ashamed, at a loss for words. It's over. I don't think Cole is simping for her anymore. I have a bad feeling about this. Before, whenever she mentioned her guy best friend, Cole would pretend not to care, but would secretly try to win her back by giving her whatever she wanted. Someone help her. I feel like she's about to fall apart. Just then, a familiar voice cut through the tension from down the hall. She doesn't want anything, man. She just wants to know that you care. Oh, I turned and saw him. Leo Vance. Lau. Jessica cried out, a wave of relief washing over her face. She looked like she was about to run into his arms, but stopped herself when she remembered I was there. Still, she took 2 steps in his direction. Yes, the hero is here. So handsome. Look at the way she's looking at him. The chemistry is insane. So sweet. Cole can go die in a hole. The hero always knows what a girl needs. We just want to feel cared for. He's so warm. I want to marry him. That feeling of salvation when the hero swoops in to save the day. Who gets it? Girl, I get it. I am crying. He's a young entrepreneur who started his own company and already makes 6 figures. What does Cole have? Just his family's money. Exactly. Without his family, he's nothing. Wow. Now I'm the one being looked down on. Leo's so-called startup was just a small contract my company threw his way as a favor. At Jessica's request. I told her to respect herself. Isn't that caring enough? I shot a look at Leo. And you got here pretty fast. Jessica quickly explained that he just happened to be in the neighborhood. But Leo stopped her. Jess, don't bother explaining. If he's going to be suspicious, nothing you say will matter. Hearing that, Jessica immediately rounded on me. Cole, are you accusing me of something? Can you stop being so insecure? We're just... I cut her off, my voice sharp with annoyance. You're just friends. I know. I was just making an observation. Why are you so defensive? Jessica was speechless. She looked to Leo, who frowned and was about to speak, but I cut him off first. If there's nothing else, I'm going to bed. You two have a good night. With that, I shut the door in their faces. Let's see you two get lovey-dovey out in the hallway. I dare you. No. Cole isn't going to get heartbroken and give up on her, is he? Was it a bad time for the hero to show up? How is this his fault? It's Cole's fault for not following the script. He was supposed to act all magnanimous, then pull her into the room all possessive and jealous. But he just closed the door? Is he giving up on her? What do we do now? Everyone, help them think of a plan. This Cole guy's a monster. He's ruining the story. You think a plan is going to help? I thought they might knock, but after a long silence, nothing happened. Oh wait, Jessica's Instagram story was just updated. I tapped on it. Well, so grateful for my bestie being here. I feel so safe now. It was a candid shot of Leo, looking at her with a soft expression. It looked like he was about to. I pretended I didn't see it. OMG, they just secretly kissed. So sweet. Cole would die if he knew. He doesn't have to know. Seeing that Insta story is enough to make him explode. He's probably going to storm out and drag her back. And then, he'll fall right into the trap. A classic move to make him jealous. The live feed. Thanks for always keeping me in the loop, guys. I opened my contacts and sent a text to the campus queen, Sophie Sterling. You up? Come hang out. I sent the hotel and room number. Sophie replied with a single question mark. Lost a bet. Nope. Missed you, bro. I typed back, smiling. She sent another series of question marks, followed by an indignant text. I'm not small, and I'm not a bro. Well, look what Cole's doing. He's sexting with Sophie Sterling. Oh my God, that animal. How could he? This is cheating. He should be drawn and quartered. You can't say that. If Jessica can have a guy best friend, why can't Cole have a girl who's a friend? Are you a spy for his side? I've noticed you a few times. They're the main characters. It's totally normal for them to be together in secret. But Cole, you know exactly what a so-called girl bro is really after, don't you? Right. Her guy best friend is pure as the driven snow. But my female friend is a scheming slut. Double standards, much? About 15 minutes later, I got a text from Sophie saying she was at the door. I opened it to find a stunningly beautiful woman standing there, looking like an angel. Dressed to impress? I smirked. Suddenly, she threw herself into my arms, hugging me tightly. I missed you. I'd even be your mistress if you'd have me. Whoa, this was a bit much. I clear my throat. Don't be weird. If you keep this up, I'm calling someone else. Sophie let go, her face a mask of playful despair. When will you finally be mine? Cole Anderson. I pulled her inside the room. You're the heiress to the Sterling Group, for God's sake. Have some self-respect, will you? Honestly, sometimes it was exhausting. A few minutes later, Jessica couldn't take it anymore. Bang, bang, bang on the door. Cole, Leo had to go. Can you come over and stay with me? Her voice was a little girl plea. I am scared. I opened the door, my expression deadpan. You're a grown woman. What are you scared of? If you're really that terrified, call an Uber and go back to campus. Jessica's face tightened. She was about to say something when she spotted the angelic figure of Sophie Sterling inside my room. She shrieked, who is SHE? You're cheating on me. She shoved past me and stormed into the room, pointing a trembling finger at Sophie, her eyes welling up with tears. You cheated. You bastard. I'm telling your mother. I'm posting this online. This isn't over. She fumbled for her phone to take a picture. I remained perfectly calm, almost bored. What's your problem? She's my friend. We're just bros. Can you stop being so insecure? Jessica's hand froze, her face a picture of disbelief. Impossible. Don't try to lie. She's sitting on your bed. My expression turned serious. So, when you invite Leo into your room, is that cheating? You bastard. So you were already cheating on me. Jessica shot back, panicked but still defiant. You're just twisting my words. You're trying to confuse the issue. Leo and I have known each other since middle school. You too. I cut her off instantly. Sophie and I have known each other since we were in diapers. My face darkened. So let me get this straight. You and your guy best friend are just pure friendship, but me and Sophie are cheating. I suddenly roared. You don't trust me? Jessica flinched, stammering that she didn't mean it. Then why did you accuse me of cheating? I can't believe you have such a dirty mind. I was wrong about you. I never should have. My voice was filled with disappointment. Jessica was flushed with shame and fury, but she couldn't say anything back. To argue would be to admit her own hypocrisy. Just then, Sophie giggled. Jessica, honey, Cole, and I are totally platonic. You're thinking way too much. Besides, I could never compare to you. You're so good at charming men. It sounded like a compliment, but the condescending tone and the look of disgust in Sophie's eyes were unmistakable. They were both campus royalty, and people were always comparing them, but Sophie always came out on top. One was the heiress to the Sterling Group, the other from a middle-class family. Was there even a comparison? The campus gossip was that Sophie was the choice for the elite, while Jessica was for the common man. So, in front of Sophie, Jessica couldn't help but feel inadequate. She fell silent, her shame growing. But Sophie wasn't done. Where's this guy best friend of yours, anyway? You can't just hide him away and then run in here accusing Cole of cheating. Such a double standard. Jessica was trembling with rage. Stop talking. Sophie covered her mouth, feigning innocence. Oops, did I say that out loud? Don't be mad, sweetie. Your guy best friend isn't here to comfort you now, is he? Jessica snapped. Cole, you bastard. You brought her here just to piss me off, didn't you? I just smiled. Can you try to be emotionally stable for once? You're acting like a child. Jessica looked like she was about to faint from rage. Her eyes filled with tears, and she actually started crying. OMG, I can't watch. Someone please kill Cole. My poor Jessica. She's never been treated like this before. That animal. I'll kill him. Cole is just doing to her what she did to him. How's that wrong? Are you guys blind to the double standard? So what? Sob. Jessica looked at me, her face a mask of utter betrayal. Sophie pursed her lips. Wow, you're a good crier. Jessica flinched and screamed my name. Cole. But my expression was cold. It was your fault to begin with. Crying doesn't make you right. Suddenly, a voice roared from the doorway. This isn't about who's right or wrong. Are you even a man? Are you her boyfriend? What she needs right now isn't a lecture. It's for you to be on her side and comfort her. Leo appeared out of nowhere, glaring at me. Jessica's head snapped toward him, her tears of anger turning into tears of gratitude. OMG, Leo is making me swoon. I knew he wasn't far. He's always there to protect her from getting hurt. I scowled. I thought you left. Then I added with a sneer. And for the record, your logic is idiotic. If she murdered someone, should I unconditionally be on her side then? 2. Leo sputtered that he had a bad feeling and came back, then accused me of twisting his words. How can you compare this to murder? I just laughed. What's the difference? It's a slippery slope, I said. Besides, you think this is less serious than murder? One wrong move, and she's a cheater. That social death lasts a long, long time. Leo fell silent, seemingly realizing how bad this looked. He was trapped. Aren't you afraid of making Jessica angry? He tried. I answered calmly. Isn't she afraid of making me angry? Leo looked stumped. He turned to Jessica. She immediately wiped her tears, her voice choked with heartbreak. Cole, if you really think there's something going on between me and Leo, then let's just break up. You don't have to bring someone else here to hurt me. I threw my hands up. Fine, break up with me. I don't care. Does being insecure on your end give you the right to question my friendship with Sophie? Exactly. We're best buds. Not like some people who seem so fake. Sophie chimed in. You. Jessica looked like she was about to cry again. Leo immediately rounded on me. Cole, you gone too far. Who are you calling insecure? Jessica was just trying to reassure you. You're a real piece of work, teaming up with another woman to make your girlfriend cry. Apologize. Now. OMG. Leo is so hot and dominant. I love it. He would die for her. Not like that scumbag Cole, who seems to enjoy torturing her. Don't even mention that toxic dude. He's been officially canceled. I just snorted. Until I get a reasonable explanation for all this, our relationship is on pause. With that, I grabbed Sophie's arm. Come on, let's go shopping. Stop. What do you mean by that? Are you breaking up with me? You wouldn't dare. I don't agree. Jessica panicked and moved to block my way. But Leo held her back, his voice cold. Jess, we don't have to take this. If he doesn't care about you, then there's no reason to be with him. Leo, what are you saying? Cole and I are just having a small misunderstanding. Jessica shot him a desperate look. Leo gritted his teeth, about to swallow his pride. I chuckled, muttering just loud enough for him to hear. Who do you think you are? Without me, you're nothing. That did it. Leo exploded. Let him go. Jessica, her eyes red, turned and yelled at me. What are you talking about? Leo got to where he is through his own heart. Leo roared, cutting her off. Enough. Let him go. Jessica flinched, tears welling up again, but she fell silent. I, on the other hand, offered some friendly advice. Hey, I was just saying, with the support of Anderson Corporation, Leo has done a great job. Seeing Leo trembling with rage, I knew it was my cue to leave. The live feed was in total meltdown, the insults flying fast and furious. I didn't care anymore, but I didn't notice them saying that after Leo got the $5 million, he would quickly build his company and eventually crush Anderson Corporation under his heel. Oh, hell no. That can't happen. He needs to be crushed. Utterly. No, stop fighting. This is all Cole's trick. It's all his fault. Why couldn't he just play his part? Why couldn't he just go to jail quietly? Exactly. My heart is breaking for them. Right on cue, I heard arguing behind me. A moment later, Jessica came running out. She caught up to me and spread her arms, blocking my path. You're not leaving. I'm your girlfriend. Tell her to go, and I'll go shopping with you. Oh no, what is this pathetic catfight energy? Don't let that scumbag lead you by the nose. You don't get it. She's playing the long game. Once she gets the $5 million, it's the end of Anderson Corporation. Get real. I think Cole is about to dump her. She won't get $5 million. She won't even get 5 cents. Shut up. He wouldn't dare. I'll bet you $1 he dumps her. For sure. I was about to speak when Leo came running up, out of breath. Jess, you don't have to do this. She snapped at him. Do what? I'm doing this for you. Leo flinched, his jaw clenched tight. Interesting. Exactly. Be a good girl, and I won't be opposed to helping you out, I said, looking down on him as if I were a king bestowing charity. The barely suppressed rage in Leo ignited. He screamed at me, Shut up. I don't need your pity. You think Anderson Corporation is so great? What does it have to do with you? Without your family, you're nothing. Jessica tried to stop him. Leo, don't say that. But he ignored her, his voice raw. No, I have to say it. I'm sick of this. I can build a career on my own. I don't need anyone's help. Every dog has its day. Don't you dare look down on me, because I'm poor now. Cole Anderson, you just wait. One day, I will grind your precious Anderson Corporation into the dust. My expression turned to ice. I looked at Jessica. Well, you can't blame me for this. I took out my phone to call and cancel all of Leo's contracts. Jessica lunged to stop me, then spun around to face Leo. Leo, what are you doing? Apologize to Cole. Now. His eyes were bloodshot. Jess, I can do this without him. Jessica was frantic. Can you stop being so naive? How are you going to take on Anderson Corporation by yourself? Apologize. Do it. No, please stop fighting. I can't take it. Cole is a monster. I want him dead. Dead. But Leo is being really childish, and Jessica doesn't seem to trust him at all. How can you blame them? This is obviously Cole's fault. Yeah, it's all Cole's fault. As I watched Leo about to break, a mocking smile spread across my face. That was all it took. He straightened up. No, I won't apologize. Have it your way. I sneered and started to walk away, but then I heard her. I'll apologize for him. Cole, you're the bigger person. Please, just forgive him, Jessica begged. I smiled and nodded. As long as you know you were wrong. And next time, don't make such empty threats. Just stick to what you know and stop daydreaming. Seeing Leo standing there, utterly defeated, like his spine had been ripped out, I felt a deep sense of satisfaction. I rely on my dad, and you rely on me. It's a good system. He shuddered. I pulled Jessica into my arms, holding her tight as I looked at Leo with contempt. Stick with me, kid. I'll make sure you're taken care of. Leo was about to lose it, but Jessica stopped him. Say thank you, she hissed, shooting him a look that clearly meant just hang in there a little longer. Seeing the fire in Leo's eyes, she tried to push me away. Okay, there are people watching. You don't have to hold. I cut her off coldly. You don't want me to hold you? Fine. I'll hold my friend instead. Sophie, standing nearby, grinned and opened her arms. We're all brothers. We could even have a group hug. Before Jessica could say another word, I swept her off her feet and into my arms. She gasped, instinctively wrapping her arms around my neck. I shot a provocative glance at Leo. Jess, have you lost weight again? I said with a smirk. Come on, I'll buy you a few designer bags. I know you can't usually afford them. Leo stared at me, his eyes burning with the hatred one reserves for a mortal enemy. No, I can't watch. Someone tell me what's happening. Leo looks like a total clown, getting stomped on by Cole. Why did you have to say it like that? Leo's teeth were grinding so hard I could hear them. The knuckles of his clenched fists were white. Jessica saw his pain and tried to get me to put her down. It's so late, we don't have to. I cut her off again, my voice flat. If we don't go now, we'll never go. Jessica hesitated, looking at Leo, about to speak. He growled, Jess, don't go. I could take care of you. She cut him off frantically. I'm Cole's girlfriend, it's fine. It's just like all the other times. You can come with us. She was practically screaming at him with her eyes. He looked like he was in agony. I frowned. This time, it's just the two of us. If you bring your bestie, then I'd have to bring my friend too. Jessica's mouth opened and closed. She finally nodded, defeated. She had always used the don't be so insecure line to shut me down. It didn't work anymore. Leo, you should head back to campus. We're just going to do a little shopping. It's no big deal, she said, trying to placate him. But he just stood there, looking hollow. This is so cruel, so brutal. To secure their future, they have to endure this humiliation and be apart. I am crying. Leo, just agree. It'll be over soon. Even though what Jessica's doing is for the best, seeing the look on Leo's face is breaking my heart. Someone save her. You think she wants to be held by him? She's doing it to get the startup money for Leo. Seeing that pig's hands on her waist makes me want to chop them off. They understand and support each other. This is what true love looks like. I shipped them so hard. Seeing Leo was still unresponsive, I deliberately let my free hand pat Jessica's butt, my eyes challenging him. Let's go. It's our time now. I started to walk away with her in my arms. Bastard. Stop. Put her down. She's my woman. Leo's roar echoed behind me. My lips curved into a triumphant smile. I turned back, my expression cold. What did you just say? In my arms, Jessica's face was a mask of shock. She yelled at Leo. What are you talking about? I'm Cole's woman. Then she turned to me, apologizing. Cole, he's just in a bad mood today. Don't mind him. But Leo screamed again. I'm in a great mood. I've had enough. Ha ha. Why are we doing this to ourselves? He looked manic, tortured. Jessica, why won't you just trust me? Her face went pale. What are you doing? Go home. That just made him angrier. You're taking his side. You're yelling at me for him. Am I the one who's crazy? Or are you just desperate to marry into a rich family? Are you embarrassed by me now? Jessica was desperate, trying to calm him down. Who said I'm embarrassed by you? You've always been my best friend. She was blinking so hard it was a wonder her eyelashes didn't fly off. But Leo just kept screaming. No, I'm not. I'm your boy. Jessica lost it, too. Now, what is wrong with you? Are you trying to ruin everything? He got even angrier. Yes, better than watching you let him hold you. You like it, don't you? Jessica flinched as if he'd slapped her. Her eyes instantly filled with tears. What are you saying? Her voice rose to a shriek. You think I want this? I'm doing it for you. If you were successful, would I have to do any of this? Leo went ballistic. Right. I'm not successful. So you just want to ride his coattails, is that it? Jessica was furious. Is that what you think? Wasn't this the plan we made together? And now you're throwing it back in my face. Why are you being so childish? We were so close to succeeding. But Leo was beyond reason. I don't care. I want you. Right now. I want you in my arms. Now. Jessica defiantly stayed where she was, refusing to even look at him. Cole, let's go. He's lost his mind. I could feel her trembling. Leo had truly lost it. He pointed at me, screaming, Cole, let go of my woman. I'll tell you everything. We've been together for 7 years. She only got with you for your money. Jessica's face was twisted in pain. Now, do you really have to do this? Yes, he roared. Cole, that time she told you she had her period and had to go back to her dorm? She went to a hotel off campus with me. On your credit card. Ha ha. The woman you can't even touch told me in bed how disgusting you are. He was completely unhinged. Jessica opened her mouth to argue, but the words wouldn't come out. She was paralyzed by the betrayal. My eyes were like chips of ice. I lowered her to the ground. Great. You played me for a fool. You're really something. Both of you. I grabbed Sophie's arm to leave, but Jessica grabbed me, begging, Cole, Leo's just being immature. You have to. Before I could answer, Leo screamed again. Don't beg him. This is a civilized society. What's he going to do? We can make it on our own. Just trust me this one time. Jessica got even more frantic. Shut up. How can you be so stupid? She turned to plead with me again, but I shoved her away. Oh, he's a real genius. No, you both are. I stalked away, my face a thundercloud. Behind me, I heard Leo yell. Yeah, I am stupid. You're just a gold digger. You just want him to screw you. Slap. The sharp sound of Jessica's hand hitting his face cut through the air. You're disgusting. You bastard. Is that really how you see me? She shrieked, finally breaking down into racking sobs. I heard it all, and a slow smile spread across my face. Go on, fight. 7 years together. You've got plenty to fight about. One wrong move, and you might just have. The live feed was already a river of tears, but then the tone started to shift. My heart is breaking for Jessica. What is wrong with Leo tonight? His emotions are so unstable. I'm thinking of unstanding. Are you kidding me? Leo is this upset, and all she cares about is the plan? Is money more important than him? She doesn't care about his feelings at all. You can always make more money. That was the spark that lit the fuse. $5 million? How are you supposed to make that? And wasn't she doing it for his career? How is she wrong? You're blaming her for this? She's right. Leo is being childish. Even more childish than Cole. Oh, the truth comes out? You say you haven't changed, but you'd sell yourself for $5 million? Now you're looking down on Leo? At least he has his own business. What does Jessica have besides being able to seduce men? OMG, listen to yourself. Seduce? Without Jessica's help, Leo would be a nobody on the street. Do you have any idea how he got started? And you have a nerve to insult her? I'm starting to regret ever supporting him. He doesn't deserve our sweet, wonderful girl. Ha ha ha. Finally admitting it? What are you so proud of? That she's good at seducing men? Without Cole, Leo would have built his company just fine. And Jessica? She's just a trophy. A broke one at that. And now she looks down on him? Unbelievable. Well, this trophy has rich guys who love her. How does that make you feel? The comments section devolved into warring factions, viciously attacking each other, as if possessed by the spirits of Jessica and Leo. They dredged up old arguments, accused each other of lying about their love, and threw every past mistake in each other's faces. No one backed down. The war ended in a bitter stalemate, mirroring the inevitable end of their own relationship. So interesting. Love can turn to hate in an instant. The moment I stepped out of the hotel, I called my family's assistant. I told him to cancel all of Leo's contracts. No, to blacklist him completely. Anyone who gave him business or a job would be making an enemy of Anderson Corp. A few days later, Jessica and Leo made up. They were seemingly as in love as ever. But it didn't last. Soon, they broke up for good, vowing never to see each other again. Leo had run himself ragged trying to find new business, but no one would touch him. Not only did he fail to make any money, but he also ended up deep in debt. Jessica had to sell the bags and jewelry I'd bought her to pay it off. A major lifestyle downgrade. She must have complained to Leo about it, because he completely snapped. They had one last, massive fight. And that was it. So much for true love. Without money, it all falls apart. Besides, once a mirror is broken, it can never be truly whole again. After saying so many hateful things to each other, how could they ever go back to the way they were? After that, I started sending Jessica flowers. I asked her out to dinner. Soon, a photo was placed on Leo's desk. Jessica, drunk, lying in my arms, with stacks of cash spread across the table. 2 days later, Jessica was dead. Leo killed himself after confessing. I was there. I watched Leo, screaming that he would never let me have her, stab her again and again. Her eyes were wide with disbelief and filled with tears. He died without ever knowing that the only reason Jessica agreed to have a drink with me was because I'd told her I would give him his old contracts back. She agreed without a moment's hesitation. I forced her to drink, even though she hated alcohol, and she choked down every last glass, also he could have more business. She probably still loved him. She probably wanted to get back together. What a shame. In the end, she died because he couldn't trust her. He didn't even give her a chance to explain. Pathetic.